It's literally Queen. This is going to be copyright hell right here. This track is haunting with this imagery. Is that the main character? I thought the main character was like that girl. This is crazy to me. This has completely changed what I thought I knew about this series. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be checking out the second half of these 2020 endings from this playlist video that has been provided to me by Pouncino. I'm sure he'll be typing in the chat very soon. But we're just really going to jump straight into this. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment, letting me know what your favorite ending is from the 2020s. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, part 1 will be in the description below. I will also, have it at the end of this video. So if you want to check out part 1 first, you should go check that out first, because I might make some reference to part 1 during this one. So, you should go check that out before you check out this video. But yeah, I'm just going to immediately jump into this part 2 video, and we'll see what we get this time around. I'm really curious. I don't know anything that I'm going to be seeing today, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go. Great Pretender. This feels very grand. It's literally Queen. This is going to be copyright hell right here. This is a literal Queen song. The Great Pretender. Is this anime called The Great Pretender? That's fun. I love the cats. If you love cats, comment below letting me know that you love cats. I'm the Great Pretender. Why is it underwater? No, save the cat. Is this anime about cats? Aww. Yes, let the kitty in. Let it in. Feed it. Aww. That's so cute. That was kind of ominous smile. Aww. That was so cute. Oh shit, it turned into a person? What? Okay. So we get a little trash cat running around who turns into a person. I don't know how to analyze that one. That was crazy. Or was it a human all along? Yeah, I figured it was a human all along, but that was very interesting. This is The Great Pretender, animated in 2019, so you're telling me this is not part of the 2020s? Oh, it was 2020, okay. I was gonna say, shit. This is The Great Pretender, animated in 2020 by WIT. Attack on Titan Ranking of Kings, soon to be One Piece remake, directed by Hiro Kaburagi, 91 Days, Kimi ni Todeke, and with character designs from Yoshiyuki Sadamado, who did Evangelion and Fooly Cooly. Oh shit, okay. Essentially follows a gang of international thieves pulling off heists across the world from Hollywood to Singapore in ways that never go completely according to plan in a Lupin-esque fashion. The ending is of course The Great Pretender by Freddie Mercury. Oh, Great Pretender was when he was doing solo work, okay. I always just assumed Great Pretender was a Queen track because Queen and then Freddie Mercury's solo work, it's all the same to me. This was a very, very interesting one because I thought it was very fun that we were getting these cats that were going through all this outdoor catsy stuff, but I guess that can, now that I know that they're a gang of international thieves, I can flip that into oh, they're cat burglars, like a kind of like a Catwoman-esque sort of burglary type deal with the characters, I guess. So I guess the main character that we saw as a cat throughout is obviously it was a male character, which I think is interesting because isn't it that calicos are very rarely male? So then we see a calico being used to represent a male, so maybe that's further metaphor for how unique and different this character is. The main character, they're so unique, they're so different, and they're unlike anyone else. because they're a very rare male calico. Like it's very hard to find male calico cat. So I think that that's another layer to the character that was being used in a very metaphoric sense in this opening, or sorry, this ending. The use of a Freddie Mercury track, you know, The Great Pretender, was so clever because obviously the anime is called The Great Pretender, so what better track to use than the Great Pretender by Freddie Mercury? Like, it was so fitting, it was so fun, and it definitely fit what I was seeing in the visuals because it was very playful, it was very fun, and you know, it's a track that, you know, a lot of people know, a lot of people love, and I have known for a very long time, and I never would have expected to hear it in an anime. If anything, maybe I would have expected to hear it in Cromartie because Freddie Mercury's for some reason in that anime. So, you know, I did not expect to hear a Freddie Mercury track today, but that it was a lot of fun, and I thought it was perfectly fitted, and I think it was very, very fun. The visual style as well, kind of like this, it's almost like sponge painting. I don't know how to describe that better, where, you know, like if you remember being a child, you remember sponge painting. You take a sponge, you plop it down, and the visuals had that kind of like foamy look to them, you know, like there's this kind of like foamy style around everything, like the scratchy, kind of like spray painty almost, like it's got that kind of look to it. It's very beautifully done, and the color, the way it's being presented is so stunning, and it's reminding me of the opening for Odd Taxi. Funnily enough, I think it also had the same kind of style. I think the opening for Odd Taxi though kind of had different styles that kind of blended throughout it, but you know, this is the same kind of style that was in that opening, and it's a style that I really do love seeing in these openings and endings. It's always very fun, and it always, you know, lets me know that we're gonna have a fun time with it. Great Pretender though, I'm not really familiar with the series at all. I don't know anything about it. The way the ending kind of plays out, it looks a little serious at times, but it also has this very playful approach, so I wonder if it's kind of like a comedy series or kind of like a dramedy sort of thing. It was a Netflix original series. Shit, okay, so this wasn't a manga, like it was a literal original anime. Oh, it was a full original work. Shit, okay, that's really fun. I love the idea of Netflix being like, hey, Wit Studio, you're doing all this crazy amazing work on Attack on Titan, do you want to, you know, maybe make something for us? We'll give you a lot of money, you know, make one season. I'm sure Wit Studio had a great time making this series because, like Pinesino said in the chat, it's pretty Lupin-esque, and I got that vibe as well, like the kind of Lupin-esque feel. This looked like such a very, very fun series. Very interested to know more about what I might have been missing from the symbolism from this, because obviously we saw the cat with a pack of other cats at the start, and then they kind of go off on their own. So I'm wondering that's like kind of the kind of character that he is, where he's like a lone wolf sort of thing, but in this style it's a cat, where he goes off on his own, he does his own thing, and he gets into hijinks by himself because he's like stuck in water, and he's swimming, he's walking by himself, all this kind of stuff. And then at the end we see him being embraced by someone else who is a potential lover, because we see them like in a bed together then at the end. It got a sequel movie this year, and I heard that it was still very good. Well, that's good. I'm glad for fans of the series that they didn't just kind of drop the ball and leave it that it was a single series show, because I'm sure that fans of the series are going to be clamoring for more, especially if it, I'm not sure if it was the case, but if it was being kind of poised as the next Lupin. I know that Lupin is kind of like this still ongoing series of works where, you know, you get new movies every so often, and everyone, you know, is clamoring at the gates to get to the next Lupin work. I think that this was a very fun one, and I think though we are maybe ready to check out the next ending, which would be ending number 8 or ending number 2 for this specific video. So this is going to be a very short ending, but we're going to jump into this now. Let us check out the next one, which is going to be 1 minute long, so very short. Okay, makes sense why it's short then, because it's BNA again. Look at this color work, holy shit. So this is Studio Trigger. So I too must begin to change. So I'm guessing that this is the only ending for the series. Oh my god. This is beautiful. Holy shit. The artistry on display here is incredible. Yet again, it's a damn shame this is only a minute long. This ending for BNA Night Running by AAAMYYY with 2 letters for every, oh wait, no, 3 A's, 1 M, and 2 Y's. So, me, am I? Probably pronounced just AAAMYYY. It's such a shame that the BNA opening and ending are so short. I guess it makes way that Studio Trigger was able to then put more of their resources and time into the actual anime itself if they have shorter opening and ending. But it's such a shame because they're so beautifully well crafted. The artistry on display here was so beautiful. Like, this really bright, intense, like neon in your face. And I love this kind of like style where it's the characters are just blocks of color. Like, there's no outline whatsoever for anything that's in any of these shots. It's just all color and being used as the outline itself. So it's very fun and it's very cool and it's very in your face. The song being called Night Running makes sense because we see quite a bit of running from the main character. So I'm wondering then if we get a shot right here where we see this character and then it immediately goes to the tanuki. So I'm not sure if that's what they looked like before they became a beastman. But I wouldn't think so, because why would you go from long hair to short hair? I imagine that they're just characters that are, you know, important in the series. So, you know, this is the main character that we saw earlier, or one of the main characters that we saw in the opening. It showed them like standing on top of a building at the beginning of this ending, kind of like Batman-esque. So is this like a detective? I can't remember the opening. They might be like kind of detective or trying to figure stuff out, or kind of looking out to the city, trying to figure out what's going on. And, you know, this is their beastman form. I love her look. She's got this very fun look where the tanuki style is very round, I guess. I don't know. But I just love how it looks. I don't know why. It's just a very fun appearance. This shot right here of her running with the kind of world moving around her and she's staying in place. It's very cool. It's very fun. And the use of color is insane here. I love these bright pop in your face colors, and the opening also had it, so it's very fun to see that the ending also follows that vibe. Despite the fact that the track by AAAMYYY has a beat throughout, it's also very downbeat. Like, it's a very downbeat kind of vibe. It's almost like something you would hear on lo-fi beats to to study/relax to. Like, it's very lo-fi almost sounding with a downbeat kind of vibe to it. I do really vibe with it. I think it's a very fun sound, and I think that her voice over the top of it kind of matches that, where she isn't doing all this crazy stuff with her voice, but she's matching the track, she's matching the beat, and I think it's very well done. It's very well put together package. And yeah, honestly, this ending is such a great fun one. And again, I'm so disappointed that it's only a minute long. Like, why do you have to do this, Netflix? Why did you do this to me? I just wanted this to be longer. I really did want this to be longer. Studio Trigger, they've done a great job yet again. AAAMYYY did a great job with this track, Night Running. I feel like there's probably some sort of imagery metaphors that I'm not really catching in this, because we see her chasing after herself several times. So I wonder if it's kind of showing that she's running in circles, which is showcased again when the world is kind of spinning around her running in place. So I wonder if she's kind of trapped in one place trying to figure out what's happened to her, and she's just running in circles, you know, and that's kind of what it's representing. But whatever I missed in this ending, what is being represented imagery wise, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments, because, you know, I like to learn things about the series. So long as you're not spoiling, please don't spoil, because I just don't like spoilers for anything. I will be now moving on to ending number 10, or number 3 for this video. So yeah, let's get right into that. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. He's just chilling in his little basket. Alright, so let us check this ending out right now. Okay. Is this Cyberpunk? I'm not sure actually. Oh, okay, I see the names David Martinez and Lucy. I think this is Cyberpunk.
They will find me through the flames, flames that run down through my veins. I will make the city burn. We're not planning to return.
This is very different from the opening.
Trying so hard to be free, to make you see what I see. Hold on to your wishes. You can't hold
Something I love that Trigger does a lot is they have like paneling in their openings and endings. Oh shit. Okay.
you down again. I guess I'm not strong enough
Let you down.
right now. Oh, my
The colors that were outlining her were so stunning. I loved it so much. This is haunting. This track is haunting with this imagery. The moon. This is the ending for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Let You Down by Dawid Podsiadlo. Sorry for butchering the name. Podsiadlo. Yeah, this was haunting. This was very, very haunting. This one, I'm guessing, follows, what's her name, Lucy? The way the Studio Trigger does, they do this a lot, I think, where they kind of panel off what the actual visuals are, and then like the other side of the panels are the credits for openings or endings. And I love it that they do that a lot, and I love it when they do that. This is so aesthetic, like just having like a wide frame, half screen kind of shot right here of the actual visuals that we're seeing. It's so cool, especially, you know, considering we still get the actual credits, but then there's so many like haunting moments in this ending. Like the singer's voice was definitely very haunting. Like when they're kind of screaming towards the end, love won't let you down, guess we're not strong enough right now, oh my love, love. It's very, very haunting. And I guess it kind of gives me a different feel for what the series is like, because after only checking out the opening for Cyberpunk Edgerunners, I was kind of under the impression that it was hyper action kind of series where, you know, obviously there's a lot of action. I don't know, like I'm not making sense, but I kind of had this completely different image in my head for what the series was. So I figured that if I was to ever check out the ending, that it would kind of match that and it would kind of have high energy to it, but this was completely different. And I'm guessing from shots like these, she's someone who's very closed off. She's someone who's very always down, and you know, there's obviously a lot of depth to her. There's a lot of emotional turmoil surrounding her, because we see her stripped bare a few times throughout this ending, normally used to showcase a character's vulnerabilities, a character like to showcase their insecurities sometimes, or to show weakness within a character. And the fact that, you know, it showed that several times for her throughout this ending, I guess kind of represents that. We see a shot of her here through a window, so we see the reflection of the city to make it look like she's in the city. But no, she's behind a window. She looks like she's in a room of her own, and she's all bunched up, which, you know, is obviously something that people do for like protection, I guess. I mentioned it earlier. I love that there's color that surrounds her, like at times, like it's not exactly colorful. There's like little glimpses and peaks of color, like this pink that's present a lot. We saw the lights at the beginning hanging overhead, which are pink. So, you know, the theme of this ending is pink. We see her then with pink. That's really the only color present besides like these dark grays, until we get to shots like these where, you know, we see blue as well being used, but the blue is more so being used to symbolize that she's drowning. The drowning as well is obviously very symbolic, drowning in everything that she's experiencing, going through. I can't tell if the pink here is kind of representing like tears in her eyes or something like that, because then she's screaming and then we see her running looking towards the moon. I guess it could be used to showcase escapism, you know, escaping to the moon, like looking up to something that you won't ever really be able to attain. I guess maybe that's what it's kind of showing, like showing this this side to her that she wishes she could escape and go to the moon, or you know, something like that. I guess so hauntingly beautiful. Again, I would never have expected this from Edgerunners whatsoever, especially after the first opening. Oh, say hi to Peanut, everyone. You can see him right there. He's playing. So yeah, absolutely incredible ending. I do really love what Studio Trigger does with their openings and endings. They are so full of style, they're so aesthetically pleasing, and they are very fun to check out. Studio Trigger never misses, absolutely never misses. I think I might move now on to the next ending if we're ready. This would be number 11 or number 4 if you're just checking out this video. So let us see what we get next. All right, let us see the next one, which will be hey, it's Spy Family. Oh shit, this like kind of cutout look to it. Oh, this is really cool. There's her toy. I love this look. They're running on like the vinyl, that's fun. Stretched approximately 40 kilometers, 40,000. Oh, this is so fun. Yet again, it's like it's taken straight out of a child's mind. Aww. Shit, Lloyd, what are you doing? You're Forger! Hell yeah. Stabbed in the back. Oh shit, okay. Oh, the face. Oh, there's Fiona Frost. Yuri. And he's happy, Yuri. Does she not like him? Oh, this is so fun. Look at him, Bond playing the drum. Just... This is so fun. They're amongst the stars the whole... Oh! And she's presenting it at the end. Oh, that was so cute. This is the ending for Spy Family Season 2. Final blow by Vaundy. Shit, okay. Another common Vaundy W. Holy shit. Vaundy has been hitting it out of the park every single time, for sure. Like, no misses, all hits. This ending itself, I was like, oh, I love the style immediately, because it was like this kind of cardboard cutout kind of look, where obviously they've got like paper behind them, cardboard behind them, and they're kind of moving against the background, like you can see their shadows, so it's immediately fun. And then we see like these like shots like these where they're all running together, they're running on a vinyl. And then you know, obviously Anya's the one who swings off and transitions, and this is obviously a very Anya ending. But I thought the same thing, I guess, about the opening for season 2 Spy Family, where it felt very Anya oriented, and it felt like something she was coming up with in her head, because you know, we saw shots like them drinking tea on the back of a submarine which is coming out of the water and stuff like that. So this obviously very much felt like coming from the mind of a child, and the way that it's showcasing the characters in this really playful, colorful light against the backgrounds, which are kind of mundane at times, shows the way Anya pictures what they do, where they kind of work these boring lives against like these kind of crazy backgrounds. The thing that I thought was so funny and so cute was that at the very end we see the actual drawing of this right at the end, showing Anya pointing to it as if to say, yeah, so this is our family and here's what I envisioned. And I think it's so cute. I love the dynamic between the family, and it's so adorable. And the shot of them playing the instruments, where Lloyd is just getting so into it, Yora's getting so into it, Anya's getting so into it, and Bond's just tapping. It's very funny. Showcasing everyone being shown here, where showing like Damien, and Anya's just straight up pulling the face and pointing at him, and he's getting pissed. Like, just there's just so many fun little moments in this. And like even the animation here where Yor is playing, I don't know what instrument this is, but she's playing this instrument and it's like kind of like contracting and retracting, kind of like to showcase her blowing on it. It's just so fun, so well put together, and absolutely joy to see. Like I really did love this. It's a shame that I haven't checked out season 2 of Spy Family yet, because the opening and ending have been some of my favorites that I've seen for this show for sure. So much creativity, and I feel like with this season 2, the opening and ending kind of play more into the slice of life feel of the show. Opening 1 of Spy Family, yeah, there's some slice of life, but you know, there's also action. Opening 2, I guess it's more slice of lifey because there's not so much action, but kind of has this kind of different vibe to it, whereas this felt like it had that like slice of lifey energy and the visuals to match it. And the same thing with the ending that I just checked out. It feels very slice of life, and I feel like it's kind of transitioned into full slice of life now within this season anyway, and the opening and ending definitely match that, and I think they were so fun. Some of my favorites from the series for sure. I don't know what I don't know what the lyrics are kind of meant to represent, because they don't exactly make sense for what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, but I'm sure they probably do for the actual season 2. But yeah, why don't we move on to now the next ending? So this was a great one. I love Spy Family so much, and this was a perfect ending for what I saw from the opening anyway for season 2. Oh shit, is this real actual imagery? Holy shit. I would guess this is like 2-year eternity or something. Holy shit, this is intense. It's a very unique ending. Just kind of showing real images, but having it be all glitchy. I love that effect on the mountain in the background there. Summer, oh, is this summertime rendering? Once in a lifetime, so we want to undergo a change. I really do appreciate the unique ending that this has. That was very unlike any ending I think I've ever seen. This is the first ending for Summertime Rendering Kaika by Cadode. This was a very interesting ending. I think I remember while I was checking out the opening that I was analyzing and theorizing that with the fact that the whole opening, apart from the very end, was kind of being presented on screens, and there were like some screens that were lit up, some that weren't, and the name being Summertime Rendering, I was kind of theorizing that then there's some sort of alternate reality or some sort of weird like Truman Show kind of thing happening within the series. And I guess that maybe kind of gets confirmed, if I can find it, when the like shots like these where it's going from real imagery to shots like just single frames from the anime, because you know this looks drawn, this looks animated, and you know we see shots like that, and then you know it kind of burns out back to this reality, but then it keeps glitching, and then there's a filter, and suddenly nothing is as it was before, where there's like this really like dark filter over it. The mountains have like these colors peeking over them, so it's kind of like a glitch in the system happened, and suddenly everything's not as it was. That's kind of what I'm guessing happens in Summertime Rendering, where there's some sort of normal lives are being lived, and then something happens, something huge. I think during the blurb Pinecino left for Summertime Rendering, it said that a character returns home after the death of a friend. So I'm guessing the death of this friend causes some sort of fracture or like a split and some sort of glitch in like the system to happen, and then all this weird shit starts spilling out, spilling in, whatever, and it's like this question of existence and this question of what's real, what isn't. Again, like, that might be a lot, you know, this analysis I'm giving, that might be a lot of bullshit considering what little this ending is actually giving me. But I think that's a fun theory, and I think it's one that I was kind of theorizing already anyway with the opening. So I think that this is I think that that's maybe what this show is, and I think that's really fun. That's something that I actually would be very interested in, because I'd want to see how that plays out. And I want to know if I'm right. You know, I just like to know if I'm right or not. But don't tell me in the comments. Please don't tell me in the comments. I don't want to know if I'm right. I'm just theorizing and I'm shooting the shit. I think that the little glimpses and the little teases that this ending gives me were just perfect and just enough that I could kind of run with the same theory that I had with the opening. So I love that so much. Also, the singer's voice was beautiful. Again, kind of like with the Cyberpunk Edgerunners ending, it's a little haunting. Like that section right there, there's structure to it, and his voice is matching the piano and the beat in the background. It would suggest normality and that there is structure, and, you know, opposed to kind of what I've been suggesting where there's kind of chaos happening in the background. But it is very slow and very downbeat, and it very much gives off this sense of slower paced kind of show almost, I don't know, or like, you know, you're gonna be feeling shit, and like, so having this slower track but with a beat that matches the singer's voice and everything, it suggests structure, uniformity, and maybe that contradicts what we actually see in the show. But I think that both the track and the visuals themselves were very, very fun and unique. I think that the visuals themselves were unlike anything I've really seen before. Just real life imagery being shown the entire time, apart from like very specific shots. I don't know really what to make of that, like showing a different island, if they're like looking at it from further away or if it is a different island. It looks like it's probably the same island, just further away from the side even. But this was a really, really great ending. I think that the lyrics, you know, we want to change, what will be left remaining is too short, summer I wonder, take a breath, being torn by engulfing regret is best avoided. It's very, very haunting. We want to change, like, it's very haunting, very much has me questioning, like, what the hell happens this summer? Like, is there some real dark, nasty, heavy shit that goes on in this summer? I don't know. These are questions that I have, and these are questions that I kind of want to leave unanswered until I eventually check the series out. But this series has definitely caught my interest for sure. That's, I think, all I really have to say about this ending. I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm really a fan of what I've seen from Summertime Rendering. Why don't we check out number 13 or number 6 for this video? Let's just see what we get right now. Oh shit, is this Bocchi the Rock? I think it might be. It is. This is so fun. This is so cute. The lyrics are so contradictory from what I'm hearing. The rhythm of the snare drum. Is this again done by the band in the show? It's so fun. I love the little chibi looks that they have too. This is like reminding me of like an older like 2000s anime opening kind of feel to it. Is it the same for you? I love the little dog, the Shiba, with Distortion. It's so fun. And the speaker in the left side just kind of blasting. That was fun. So that was an ending for Bocchi the Rock, Distortion by Kessoku Band. Well, that was a lot of fun. I think that the decision to have the in-show band do it again was the correct decision, because it was so fun. And you know, seeing this kind of different look and absolute vastly different style for the animation, the visuals in this ending compared to what I saw in the opening and what I believe the show actually looks like, was very fun, because it reminded me of, like, I want to say a 2000s ending in terms of the visual style, a Soul Eater ending, or is it the second or third Naruto ending? I can't remember. Whichever one I saw, I can't remember. It's the one with Sakura and her friend. That it kind of has a similar look to it, I guess. It's fun to see this kind of style present in this ending. It was fun, it was creative, and it was an absolute joy, especially like seeing the speaker on the left side of the ending for like a lot of it, just kind of blaring. And the song was so catchy. Even now I still have the song in my head, like Distortion, Emotion, Distortion. It was very, very fun. It was very, very catchy, and I love it so much. Not really a whole lot to analyze here in terms of the visuals. It was just a fun ending to check out. I guess every character, when it shows them, what we see in the background probably is something representative of them. The different colors representing the different characters again, you know, red girl being in red. Bocchi's character, I don't know her actual name, Hitori, I think. She's pink, you know, we get yellow, we get, I think, blue as well. Yeah, so every character having their color is a lot of fun as well. And we get, I guess, a sense of their personalities throughout this too, but really not as much as during the opening. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot to analyze with this ending. It's just a really fun one, and it's a really, really feel-good ending. It just gets you feeling good about yourself, and it makes you feeling great. And yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from this ending. Love it when an anime is about music, and then the opening or ending or both are done by the in-episode or in-series band. It's so fun, and I love it so much, and I think that they have done a great job with both the opening and this ending. So now I'm curious what we're going to get for the final ending for this video. I love the sound that the in-house band has. Like, it's very energetic and it makes you feel good. They're just a lot of fun, and I do really love and appreciate it so much. All right, for this next one, you edited it a bit where a section of it blocked out visually. You'll know when it happens and why you did it. That's crazy. This one's 2 minutes long. I wonder if this also has part of the episode that bleeds into the ending then. So yeah, without further ado, we are now going to check out ending number 7 for this video, or 14 total for the entire 2020's endings. Just because I'm checking out 14 does not mean this is going to be the last of 2020's endings I ever check out. If you have other suggestions, you know, leave them in the comments below, and you know, we'll be sure to add them to, you know, a list for you know, potentially checking out down the line. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already, and also you know, like I said, comment letting me know what you'd like to see from me in the future. We're gonna just jump straight into this ending, and it's been so fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed, so let us see what we get for this final ending. Spoilers. Okay, so we're getting to hear it bleeding in, but it's blocked out. Okay, Zashinoko. Okay. Oh, there's that iconic first volume pose. I see that a lot in like Barnes and Noble and stuff. Oh, I love the thick, dirty bass. Oh, yes. I love the bass in this so much. Character designs look incredible too. Forever and ever I have longing, you know. Oh, strings being puppeteered. No choice over his own actions. Is that the main character? I thought the main character was like that girl. This is incredible. Holy shit. Yeah, I think this series is nothing like I imagined it to be. Yo, the singer said Oshi no Ko. It's the name of the series. So I'm guessing this is from the series itself. We're singing in the background. Oh, look at the eyes. The shining bright through the eyelids. Oh, that was a very interesting cutoff. I thought it was going to continue. This is the ending for Oshi no Ko Mephisto by Queen Bee. Undead Unluck opening 1 and Chainsaw Man ending 11. Very, very interesting. I would never have pictured an Oshi no Ko ending being this dark. I know, like, I titled the Oshi no Ko Idol video on the channel, you know, is this series dark? Because I always just thought it was this series about like an idol rising to prominence, and that was kind of it. Like, it was just like this really like follow this character rising to prominence. But this ending is pretty dark. Like, is one of these kids right here, this kid on the left, is that the character we see in the middle? But isn't the girl there? Like, let me see. I'm going to do some theorizing. Isn't that her? Again, viewers, reminder, bro knows absolutely nothing. Yeah, but isn't that her that we see? Is she, like, dead as shit? Is she old? I thought she was, like, the main character of this series. But is she, like, an old-ass idol from years ago who now has a child and we're following that child? This is crazy to me. This is completely changed what I thought I knew about this series. Because isn't that her in the middle with children? And isn't that him? Isn't he one of those children? I don't know. This is hurting my head trying to think. Like oh, and here I paused it where he says Oshi no Ko. It's obviously Hoshi no Kotachi, but you'll keep your words to yourself. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But then, oh, okay. No, I figured it out. She is his brother. He is her sister. No. Oh my god, I can't speak. He is the brother of the girl that we see doing this, and that's their mother. Okay. Duh, I'm an idiot. I guess the color of her hair, the child, kind of threw me off because I know she has like the purple violet like hair that the mother has. So I'm guessing this is the girl, like the child that, you know, I keep doing this because I don't know names, and I know you guys know who I'm talking about when I do this. So I'm guessing that's her. This is the kid on the right. He's kind of always by himself, kind of like a loner, I guess, throughout. And it looks like he doesn't have choice over his own actions. He's kind of being puppeteered throughout his whole life, I guess, because of the puppet strings kind of attached to him the entire time. I think I figured it out myself, but that really threw me for a loop. But then it does look like her, right? I appreciate the spoiler tag at the beginning, but now I'm really interested in what actually is shown in those first like 12 seconds or so. Because then immediately, you know, it cuts to the bunny and all this other stuff. But yeah, this was absolutely insane. The ending itself was absolutely beautiful. The singer's voice was so beautiful. Again, kind of matching the theme of the day where it's very ominous. You know, there's this kind of like ominous sound to the singer's voice, reaching these heights, but also like being downbeat and stuff. Quickly transitioning from this height to this absolute low. It's all over the place, but it's structured, and it's kind of like giving me whiplash at times, I guess, which is like, it's fun. I love the track. I love the song so much, and I love the visuals. I'm surprised that it showed as much of this character, this guy, because I didn't realize that he would be the main character, I guess, if that is the case, because it showed him a lot in the opening as well, but I never thought anything of it. I remember he was kind of reaching for the idol girl during the opening, so I wonder if he's trying to save her from something, or if he's trying to reach for her to save him. I don't know which way that plays, if he's trying to be there for her, because idol life is kind of intense, and idol life is, you know, kind of scary. So I don't know if he's trying to be there for her, or if he despite everything she's going through, he's reaching for her. Seeing the light in his eye right at the end, kind of peeking through. I don't know if that's kind of metaphoric of like, you know, stars in their eyes sort of thing. He only has one star in his eye, whereas other characters have two. Wait, actually she does too though. I don't know what the stars represent actually, but I can tell you I love the character designs. I love the color that was used. I love the animation that we saw and the framing. Everything about this was cool. But now I'm just really interested in a lot of the imagery, because this ending has a lot of imagery. I can't piece it together whatsoever. I honestly can't. I am not seeing enough to kind of put the pieces together. Like, picture that one scene in a One Piece fan letter where all the puzzle pieces shatter and she's reaching for them. That's me right now. I don't have a clue what I'm seeing, but I'm loving it. I'm having an absolute blast. And maybe I should check out Oshinoko on the channel or something. Maybe that's something I should do, because this is really stumped me and left me with so many questions. But the opening, obviously Idol, it's the only opening I've seen. Absolute banger, legendary. And then this ending itself was so beautiful, so haunting, but also so good. Like, it was really well done. So some imagery in this got referenced like 2 chapters ago. Shit. Like some Attack on Titan season 2 ending shit. That's insane. Holy shit. So this is like big boy, like when you know imagery. That's crazy. I love that so much though. It's just really fun when that happens, but I would never, I don't know. Yeah, this is a lot, and this is really left me with a lot of questions, but I love that because I'm someone, Pine Sino knows especially, I'm someone who likes to theorize a lot with series I'm watching. Stuff that I've been watching on the channel so far, it's been like Uzumaki, My Hero Academia, and Dandadan. Those are all series I've already read, so I haven't really been able to theorize. So I'm looking for that big series that I check out on the channel that I could actually theorize with. Like, I'm looking for a series that I could sit down and come up with ideas, come up with theories, because that's my like bread and butter. That's what I love to do, and I haven't been able to do that in this channel yet, and I would love to do that. If anyone has any ideas for series like that I could just sit down and theorize so much with, you know, I could have done that with Attack on Titan. I did do it with Attack on Titan while I was watching it, but obviously I've already seen it, so I can't do it. I did it with Evangelion, but I've already seen that. So, you know, if anyone has any other big series in mind like that have a lot of little clues sprinkled throughout, but doesn't exactly give everything away, that I could sit down and actually theorize what I think is happening with, please let me know, because I would love to check that out. But, you know, that I think is going to do it for this video. Every single ending I checked out was so much fun, so incredibly well done. The imagery, the art style, the animation, everything was so good, and I've had a blast checking out every single one, and I hope that you guys have too. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. Like if you haven't already, subscribe if you don't mind, and yeah, thank you for checking out the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a great day. Bye.